Today I am starting at $0 and my goal is to hit 1 trillion. But there's a catch, I can only use one Brainrot the entire time. Now here's where it gets even crazier. I can collect other Brainrots to meet my rebirth requirements, but I can't take the cash from them unless it's by accident. And if I do that more than 15 times, I fail the entire challenge. And time's up, I only made it to 1 billion, not 1 trillion. But to be fair, every time I rebirth, it reset my cache and my only brainrot, so I basically started from zero like 10 times. Still, not bad for 1 hour of grinding with just one brainrot, right? If you want me to try this again, but no rebirths allowed this time, drop a like and let me know in the comments.
Today, a giant wheel is picking the color of every brainrot I use. Will I get red, pink, green, or something even crazier? I have no control. It's all luck. Let's spin the wheel and see which brainrots I end up with. Okay, we just loaded in, but before we start stealing anything, we need to spin this wheel. Alright, let's spin it, and it landed on green. That means I can only use green brainrots. But here's the twist. If a brainrot has a different mutation like gold or anything else, I can still use it as long as the brainrot itself has green on it or has any green effects. So since the wheel landed on green, we're starting simple. I just bought 2 Noobnini pizzaninis because, listen, they might not look fully green, but those legs are definitely green enough to count. And honestly, for early game, these little guys aren't bad at all. So, I just stole a gold zebralini, and I already know what you're thinking. Bro, that's fully gold. You're cheating. But listen, if you look really closely, it actually has dark green effects glowing under the gold, and the normal, non-mutated version of this brainrot is green. So, technically, this still fits the wheel rule. I'm not cheating.
Gangster Putera, tritti troppi.
We got that first rebirth out of the way. And since you already know the rules, every rebirth means we spin the wheel again. And this time, it didn't just land on one color. We actually got two. The wheel stopped on white and light brown, because once you hit 2 rebirths, you unlock 2 colors to work with. So now I'm collecting the rebirth requirements, starting with a Burr Patapim and a Boneca Ambalabu. These 2 are super easy to grab early game, but they're still annoying because everyone else is trying to steal them too. I just need both of these locked in so we can push toward the second rebirth and keep this wheel challenge moving. It just landed on black, green, and orange. And yeah, that's because I spun the wheel 3 times for our 3 rebirths. Now things are getting crazy. Black means I can use anything with shadow, void, or dark effects. Green means any brain rot with green details, glow, particles, or even a tiny green accessory is fair game. And orange means event brain rots, lava mutations, flame effects, or anything with that bright orange tint all count too. So now I've basically got 3 totally different brain rot types I can use at the same time, but only if they match at least one of the colors the wheel picked. So I just stole a Trenostruso Turbo 3000 and oh my gosh, this thing is actually way better than I thought. It's pumping 50k per second. This is a huge boost for this rebirth. If I can keep it long enough to stack a few more, we might actually speedrun the next requirements. So I let someone steal my Trenostruso Turbo 3000 because I already had enough money to rebirth, but I still needed one last thing, his True Umero Trucina. And honestly, letting him take my 3000 wasn't even a big deal because the second he grabbed it, I ran straight over, snatched his Trucina, and completed the first requirement instantly. I just need one more mutated steel and we can lock in this rebirth. We just got 4 rebirths, which means 4 spins on the wheel. The colors we landed on are yellow, yellow, black, and blue, and those are the only brain rots I can use for this round.
Cappuccino assassino.
So I just stole a Blueberry Octopusini, and it looks super cool with all its gold colors and tiny details. It doesn't do a ton of money per second, but every little bit counts toward getting us closer to our next rebirth. I'm really hoping this one helps me stack up enough brain rots to make some big progress.
Gangster Futera. Trulimero Trulicina. Talpa di ferro. Gangster Futera. Trulimero Trulicina.
So I just hit my 5th rebirth, and that means we get to spin the wheel again. The colors we landed on this time are brown, white, orange, red, and cyan. Lots of options to choose from. I'm really hoping to get something crazy, like a 67 or maybe even a strawberry elephant.
Buon brollo. Borbaloni lulidoni. Buon brollo.
So we just stole a Cavola Virtuoso, and this one's a mythic. It pulls in around 6,000 or 7,000 per second, which isn't huge, but every bit counts. So we just stole a Trippy Troppy Toppa Trippa, and this thing is insane. It's pulling in 175,000 per second, which is a huge boost for our car. Just look at it. The colors, the effects, everything about it screams OP. Stealing this one was definitely worth it. If you made it to the end of the video, first of all, thank you. Drop a comment telling me which Brainrot you think was the most OP, or just leave a blue heart. If you enjoyed the ride, this video is just the first of many 15-minute or longer videos coming your way. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Today I'm back in Steal a Brainrot, and I'm going to be taking this broke account from 0 to $1 trillion. But with only animal Brainrots, meaning any of these Brainrots that are not an animal are not allowed. But I only have 100 coins, so that means I have to fish. So our first animal is an Orcalero Orcala, and honestly, this is a pretty solid start. It's one of the cleaner early game animal Brainrots, and getting it this early is actually huge for this challenge. Since we already have 1 million, all we need to do now is collect the rebirth requirements. Okay, we got our first rebirth, and now it's time to start building everything back up again. Since we reset, we need to grab a whole new set of Brainrots, and luckily the flood event is still going. That means we can keep fishing for more Brainrots, and since almost everything you pull during the flood is some kind of fish or aquatic creature, it totally counts as an animal Brainrot for this challenge. So we caught a Trippy Troppy Troppa Trippa, and this thing is actually crazy good for early game. It gives a lot of coins really fast, which is great for noobs, and it's going to help us speed through this part of the challenge. Since it came from fishing, it still counts as an animal type Brainrot, so we're chilling. So let's go ahead and buy the Bonica Ambalabu and the Burr Patapil. Once we grab both of these, we'll finally have everything we need to rebirth. Okay, we only have 1 minute left to fish for as many Brainrots as possible before the flood event ends. So yeah guys, every second counts. I need to focus, cast my massive rod, and try to catch a ton of Brainrots. Maybe not 67, probably just 6 or 7. So we just rebirthed again. But this time, the flood event isn't happening, which means no easy fishing for brain rots. That leaves me with two options. Either I steal an animal brain rot from someone else, or I buy a not-so-great one and hope it's enough to keep climbing. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping for a lucky steal because buying one right now would be super slow. I just stole a Tentacolo Technico, and honestly, this thing looks insane. Its stats are decent for this stage, and the fact that I got it without spending coins is a huge win. This might not be the absolute best animal brain rot out there, but it's definitely going to help me get closer to my next rebirth. Alright, next up we need to get a Glorbo Frutodrillo and a Chef Crabracadabra to meet the rebirth requirements. Alright, we just finished another rebirth, and now the next step is getting a Frigo Camelo and an Orangutini Ananasini. These two are going to be tricky to grab, so I'll need to either fish carefully, sneak some steals, or hope for some lucky spawns. So we just stole a Gorilla Watermelon Drillo, and honestly, this one is looking pretty solid. It's got some great stats for this stage of the game. So we just stole the Orangutini Ananasini. Honestly, it's not that great on its own, but it's part of the rebirth requirement, so we have to grab it. So we just stole another Tentacolo Technico. This one's not crazy strong, but it's super important because it's going to get us to the next rebirth in like 60 or 70 seconds. Grabbing this brain rot means we can finally cash in and unlock even better ones. Man, the last time I tried to get the Bombini Gusini, it took almost 6 or 7 hours just to finally grab it. This one's a real grind, but getting it for my 6th rebirth is going to be totally worth it. Let's see if we can make it faster this time. Alright, so our 5-hour timer ran out thanks to all the admin abuse and the new update hitting at the same time. Even though we didn't quite hit everything we wanted, it was still an insane grind. If you made it to the end, drop a comment telling me which Brainrot steal was your favorite, and don't forget to leave a blue heart.